Travis Vibes. Positive vibes. Always.
Hey, welcome back to Travis Vibes. I'm Travis Irby. I'm an experienced software engineer that quit my corporate tech job to vibe code on YouTube with you. And in this series, we're vibe coding a fully working web app end to end. This is going to be a follow on video to our previous part 3, where we vibe coded the integration with ChatGPT image editing, image 1. We still need to make the image experience in the app more solid. Since I'm doing everything on video, even these kind of steps, the stuff that maybe isn't super exciting, it's got to get done. And I'm going to put it on YouTube. So if you're a diehard and you want to see every last bit of it, let's dive in. We'll start by testing the current experience of the app. So if I, as a user, were to choose to use a JPEG instead of a PNG, which I actually made that mistake in the previous video and was getting errors during my testing without realizing the issue. So that's me, the developer. Me as the user, I need to, at the bare minimum, get a clear error back. So if I choose White House JPEG and I try, right now I'm just getting no image data received. Very generic error. Doesn't even point to the fact that it's an issue with the file format. So yeah, again, base level user experience specific error, and make it clear that we don't support JPEG. But we want to support JPEG. We want to support all the big file formats. So I think for now, let's make sure we support PNG, JPEG, and GIF, and that will cover most use cases. We're going to dive into vibe coding support for those formats. Let's start with Claude 3.7 Sonnet in this session and see how we do. I want to support JPEG when the user uploads their house photo. All right, we're going to look at some JPEG support, and I'm going to get my music going. And it's saying that it's going to modify the route, the API route, to accept JPEG, and then do a conversion from JPEG to PNG. It's using Sharp. Let's look at Sharp. Converting large images to smaller web-friendly JPEGs. Cool. Latest version 34. Cool. All right, and that's the version that we have. Great. Installed the Sharp package. Now I need to update the submit handler to not try to correct the file name to PNG, since we're handling the conversion. I was just taking out some old code. All right, it's saying that we can now upload a JPEG. Let's give it a try. I'll do npm install. Since we added Sharp, we should make sure we're good there. npm run dev. All right, so we grabbed a JPEG. Let's confirm this works. Processing. Okay, we're good. We're golden. Now we need a house GIF. All right, let's test what happens if we send a GIF before we ask it to fix what might not even be an issue. Maybe it already works somehow, randomly. Oh, I can't even choose a GIF. Why not? Oh, it's blocked explicitly. Okay. So we will just ask it about this now in a new chat. It's going to add GIF support. Let me modify the file. It's saying it basically is using the same conversion logic for GIF that we were using for JPEG. So let's test that. It's saying that I can test, but right now the GIF is grayed out. Yeah, it didn't have the context to know to go and grab to check the client side file where the actual web page logic rendering logic is. Okay, great. So we're supporting JPEG and GIF in addition to PNG now. So we're covering all three major file types. And now I think the next thing I'm thinking about is the size of the file. It's saying it needs to be under 4 megabytes. I'd like to validate what happens if we pass it anything above 4 to see if the error is clear to the user. And then also think about, is 4 enough? And do we even have a choice? But that seems kind of low. Always good to check the docs. So OpenAI's FAQ says that for image there's a limit of 20 megabytes per image. So if OpenAI is saying their limit is 20 megabytes per image, which seems more reasonable to me than 4 megabytes, I'm worried that 4 megabytes, when our users upload their files, a lot of their files will be over 4, and we're going to run into issues. I'm going to start a new vibe coding session and dig into what is the current limitation that's causing us to only be able to upload 4 megabytes. All right, in our new session, we're going to dig into the 4 megabyte file size limit for our photo uploads. What is the cause of the 4 megabyte file upload limit? Let's see what Claude thinks about that. So it's going to go and get a lot of context. Wow, it's doing a lot of web search. That's cool. Oh, interesting. Okay. The 4 megabyte file upload limit might be just from outdated docs. All right, well, there's one way to find out. Let's get a really big photo of a house and see if it can handle it. Big house. We got to get a really big house. Okay, I have found, well, I used Photoshop to make a big house JPEG image 5.4. So this is over the 4 limit that seems to exist. Okay, let's see if it can handle a 5 megabyte file. Doesn't seem to be having an issue. It's processing it. The photo did successfully get uploaded to ChatGPT and get received back by our application. So that confirms that the 4 megabyte file size limitation that we thought we had was actually hallucinated by our vibe coding LLM. So that's always something to confirm, right? Go check the docs and see for yourself. With the work we did to support JPEGs and GIFs, and with the confirmation that we can support larger file sizes, I'm feeling pretty good about where our core capability of doing the file upload and edit is. We'll continue to test, we'll continue to stabilize, but I think we're ready for our next part, which is going to be really fun actually and interesting. We're going to work on our integration with Stripe so that we can actually charge users to edit their photos. So please join me, and thanks so much for watching my videos. Please like and subscribe.